Wondered why, have you ever wondered why people, like, you can set up a website, you can set up this, what people call a landing page, and you can set up these funnels and do all of this work and then sit back and wait for everybody to come on and buy whatever it is that you're selling. And then just to go day in and day out and week in and week out and month in and month out, and nobody's paying attention to what it is that you're selling. And you say, man, I wonder what the problem is. I wonder why, I'm not, this page looks so good. Everything looks so dynamite. It seems like everybody would really be interested in what I'm doing. Well, I found out that the real problem with people is that they just don't have what people want. They think that the person want it because they want it. So most people are like wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in what they want, but they're not interested in what somebody else wants. And the OJs, they said, you got to get the people what they want. Bum, 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 bum. And don't you know you got to give people what they want. And then you'll always get what you want. And as simple as that is, as simple as that one principle is, most people that's operating businesses do not operate up under that principle. And that's why their businesses go defunct after a few months. They might last 1 or 2 years. I'm like, you have to get out of your own way and deal with people based on reality. And reality is that if you give people what they want, then they automatically give you what you want. But they got to get what they want first, but you're never going to get what you want. That's how life goes. I'm amazed at how many people walk into a relationship, anything they do, and they're so interested in letting the person know, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. I'm like, but did you ask them what they want? And they're like, no, I never asked them what they want. And I'm like, well, how in the world are you going to give a person what they want? And that's not even your focus. And you don't, how are you going to have some money and people not getting what they want? If you give a person what they want, they're giving their money. Are you hearing me? Why? Because everything you got on right now, you bought it because you wanted it. Whatever you driving, you bought it because, well, you say, I ain't driving what I want. But I mean, you want to drive. Okay. You might not be driving the exact car you want, but you are driving because you want to. All right. One day, praise God, one day you'll be driving what you want if you keep, you keep working hard. But you're driving because you want to. All right. You go to the store because you want to eat. You might not be eating everything you want, but you definitely want to go to the store. I'm saying you're in a relationship with your husband or your wife because you want to be. Hopefully you with the one you want. All right. So I want to read you all my book. If you all haven't gotten my book, this I'm telling you in my book here how I designed to how I make money online and how we made $7 million in just a little bit over 2 years online, part time, and come from being homeless, and how you can do the same thing. So my book is called The Wealth Formula. I'm going to read you a little bit out of chapter number 1 of The Wealth Formula. Not only did I write this book with my friend Myron Golden, he has a chapter in this book as well. And you can get, if you can learn, or if you decide you want to learn how to sell things online, and you can just come up with what people want, you'll make so much money, more money, so much faster than where you're currently making money. I'm just totally astonished at how people are online all day, all night, scrolling on their phone, consuming information, and don't make money online. I'm just befuddled. I don't understand it. I'm like, why would you work so hard? Tired, worn out. I can never go back to being tired and worn out doing work that takes forever to make money. And in that prehistoric age that's gone by, that ain't gonna never be here again. When all you have to do is just get something, sell it to the whole world, and only work a few hours a day. Only work a couple hours a day, 2, maybe 3 hours, something like that a day. And I don't even work every day of the week, just 2 or 3 hours a day. And the online stuff, it just works itself out. And so I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about how to make money online. So I want to read you something from out of my book. This is called The Wealth Formula. If you don't have it, this is my book I just wrote. And all you got to do is just put Wealth Formula in the chat, and we'll send a link to you. And I would buy it if I was you, because I would learn how to make money online. This is an up-to-date version based on the last 3 years, how me and Myron, how my friend Myron Golden and I, how we made over $50 million over the last 4 years. This is what's going on right now. Okay, so if you just do these things right now, this shows you the tools to use right now, exactly how a cat like me, who so totally technically uninclined, ain't even interested in no technology, how to put the people in place who send your stuff out, how to get your stuff sent around the world. People buy your stuff while you sleep, buy your stuff when you wake up in the morning, buy your stuff while you on a vacation, just buy whatever it is that you're selling on a regular basis. And how to use these things. And it's called the wealth formula because it's called MX times SS times TS. That's the MS times SS times TS equals assets. And then income follows assets. So in chapter one is mindset. Excuse me. So chapter one is mindset. So I'm going to read to you an excerpt from our book on mindset. And because people, they really underestimate mindset. They say mindset. They say, Ricky, y'all always talking about that stuff. I'm like, if you don't think mindset is important, then I know you don't have any money because everybody that's got money, you got to start at first base to make money anywhere. So to make money online, you have to have the mindset of how do I get people to come buy my stuff online? So the mindset is that you don't go out, see, online, making money online is not like the way you've been taught. All of us been taught to hustle, to go out, to go get some money and bring it back home. You know, hey baby, go out and bring the bacon back home. But that's country as hell. Ain't nobody going to bring no bacon back home. All right. The way the money is made today is you don't go get it. The way the money is made today is that you put things out and people come and find it. Are you listening to me? I don't solicit nobody for no money. It's just done played out. It's not the way people do business anymore. It's unnecessary. What you do is you make a good product or a good series of products. You put them online, you get an online presence, people find out who you are, and they come to you. You don't go, the song said, baby, come to me, come. Let me put my arms around you, baby, can't you see? Baby, come to me, not you running out trying to, Deep Jodeci had that much sense to say, come and come and talk to me. I really want to see you, girl. I really want to know your name. Come and talk to me. So I'm gonna read you the first chapter, just one part out of this first chapter, and it's talking about the marketplace, and it's talking about thinking from the marketplace. So everybody put "from" in the chat, thinking from the marketplace, because most people they're not thinking. They're thinking of the marketplace. They're not thinking from the marketplace. So everybody put "from" in the chat, and I'm going to teach you. I'm going to read you some excerpts from out of chapter one of my book, and how does you do things? How does you see if you think from the marketplace, then people will come to you. So it's from and then come. Y'all got that? So it's F and C, from and then come. So put it in the chat so you can remember this. Okay. You don't chase anybody for the rest of your life. Don't do that. That is not the way. That's not how money is made today. And it ain't never been biblical anyway. You're never supposed to chase customers. You're always supposed to put something out, and then the people come and get it. The restaurant doesn't get up and come into your house. You get up and go to the restaurant. Why? Because they have the food at the restaurant that you want to eat. They have the dining table at the restaurant that you want to sit down. They have the waiters at the restaurant that you want to serve you. They have the cooks behind the counter that's cooking the food. They got the cash register lady at the cash register handling the business. They got the gifts out in the lobby. You go to the restaurant to eat. The restaurant doesn't come to you. All right. So what you do is you put your stuff online, and then everybody comes online to buy your stuff from you. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't have to pay any rent for people coming to you online. You don't have to have employees sitting in your store for people to come to you online. People come to you online, and all they got to do is just click a button and buy your stuff. And I just don't understand. Why in the world would you not have something for somebody to buy? All they have to do is click a button and buy your products. Why are we doing such hard work? 8, 9, 10 hours, 12 hours a day. So my book is called The Wealth Formula. Okay. And I would buy it if I was you. All right. So I'm going to read chapter one, a little bit from out of chapter one so you can get it. Okay. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. In the it says, in author Carmen Gallo's epic book, The Innovation Secrets of Steve Jobs, he starts chapter 9 with a quote from online marketing guru David Merriman Scott, who's helped people make hundreds of millions of dollars. So he says, nobody cares about your products except you. All right. So That might sound like a cold statement, but that is so real. In life, people don't care about what you want, and people in life, people care about what they want. And it makes no sense to come online and create a product, and the only person that want it is you and maybe two of your friends, and maybe mama. So you say, they said, anybody been visiting your website? You're like, yeah, grandmama really like it. She's like, well, you just keep trying it, baby. It's gonna get better. But that's just a sentiment, and we appreciate that, mama. All right, everybody, put TM to the chat. Put TM in the chat. Thanks, mama. We appreciate that. Okay, put TM in the chat. Thanks, mama. Now just thank mama. Now change what you're selling, because that ain't mama ain't giving you good advice. She just love you. Okay. So put TM in the chat. All right. Thanks, mama. We appreciate it. Show mama some love now. All right. Show her you appreciate it. All right. But I'm talking about how to make money online. In order for you to make money online, for me to make money online, we just gonna thank mama. Let her know we appreciate you, mama, for showing your love and your appreciation and all that. But mama, I came to the conclusion that don't nobody want this stuff but me and you. So I'm gonna pull this stuff down. I'm gonna put something on here that people actually want. All right, because how do you know people want things? Because they actually buy it. That's how you know that people want stuff. Okay, so finding out what somebody wants is everything. It's everything. Finding out what somebody wants. I mean, you cannot be indifferent in life. Only person that's hurting and struggling in life is the person that's only concerned about themselves. They don't care about what nobody else wants. And I'm telling you, it's a rough, tough, unnecessarily hard, laborious way to live. Find out what people want. In fact, become obsessed with what people want, and then give them what they want. And then they'll do it. They give you the money for you giving them what they want. All right. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Nobody cares about what you want. And it's a quote worth taking heed to. I'm reading you from chapter 1 of my book, The Wealth Formula. And if you don't have it, I recommend that you just put wealth formula in the chat and get it. All right. Get a book. Get a book that'll save you 10 years. Get a book that'll save you 20 years. Get a book that'll just save you all the time to figure out what's going on. I'm telling you everything I've been doing to make $7 million over the last just 2.5 years. All right. I'm talking about from nothing, from no money. Well, I was making $100,000, but I wasn't making no millions of dollars because I didn't understand how to do stuff online. All right. I didn't know what I was doing. So instead of you guessing and wasting a whole lot of time to figure out what to do, just go in a book. I'm a very simple kind of guy. I talk in very simple language, third grade language. All right. And I'll show you how to do the same things that I'm doing. And you just go out and make the money yourself. And what you're going to learn in this book is that you ain't got to have no technical skills at all. All right. You say, I just don't have no technical skills. Good. That make two of us. I don't have any technical skills either. I still write books with an ink pen. Are you hearing me? I still write books I still type with one finger. And I still made $7 million online. We're going on $8 million now. Online, part-time, in just a little bit over 2 years. That's a lot of money to make from my house or wherever I'm sitting at, or wherever hotel room I'm in or whatever. And I lived my own life. I took 20 of my kids to Hawaii this year, 10 kids and 10 grandkids to Hawaii. I date my wife all over the United States, wherever she want to meet. Where you want to meet today? Where you want to meet this weekend, honey? It's a fantasy kind of lifestyle from a dude that come from the penitentiary and didn't have no money. I'm talking about from somebody who's dead broke. They have no money at all. Just hungry, don't even have I got fired from all kind of jobs. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And you might be going through some of that stuff too, because it could be that God want to bless you with a lot of money, and He don't want you wasting a whole lot of time to get it. So that might be why you're having such a hard time struggling with some of the small type of stuff that you're doing, because you're willing to do it. See, I was willing to work in a warehouse. I don't think I'm no better than nobody else, and I would not have quit. They fired me, but all they did was just release me to my destiny, and I'm glad they did. I wasn't glad when they did it, but I'm glad they did it now. Why? Because they opened me up and gave me some time to think and some time to figure out where's the real money at today. Because ain't no money in no warehouse. Ain't no money in none of these little jobs that pay by the hour. That stuff is gone forever. Those days are over with. This online money is here, and it's here to stay. So I just want to give you a little advice tonight. This is my book, The Wealth Formula, and this is from chapter 1. All right. So imagine, y'all come with in your imagination with me right quick, okay? Imagine you're sitting in a Fortune 500 classroom. The instructor has a fortune and is passing out $1 million bills. All right. So everybody just close your eyes for a second and picture yourself sitting in the classroom, and picture yourself, and the guy in the front of the room is not passing out hundreds, not passing out thousands, not passing out 10,000s, not passing out 100,000s, but passing out $1 million bills. Just one bill is $1 million. All right. So everybody put 1 million in the chat, and I'll finish telling you about this story right now. Okay, put 1 million in the chat so I can make sure your head is here too, so we can all do this together. I want it to make sense to you so that you can actually do it. All right. So imagine somebody, you're in the classroom. Come on, let's go, y'all. Put 1 million in the chat. Okay, 1 million passing out $1 million bills. So just put 1 million in the chat so I can make sure at least 10 of y'all paying attention, and I'll finish teaching you this. All right. Who wants a million? All right. Milan's. All right, let's go. Who else wants a million? Lydia. All right, let's go. Who else wants a million? All right. Revo, let's go. I said, who else wants a Elania? Let's go. Who else wants a million? Ricardo, all right, let's go. Jeff, let's go. All right. Nicole, let's go. Sharon, let's go. Willie, let's go. All right. Cruz Business, let's go. All right. SD, let's go. All right. All right. So we're in the spirit together. So he said, he said, I'm the one who wrote the book. He said, all right, your mind should be set on what it's a quote works. Your mind should be set on what your customer wants, not what you want. You never get what you want in the absence of what the customer wants. All right. So imagine you're sitting in a Fortune 500 classroom. The instructor has a fortune and is passing out $1 million bills. That's 1 million for each want your customer is allowed to bring with them. All right. Let me make sure y'all with me. Okay. You sit in the classroom. Y'all with me now? You sit in the classroom. The guy's passing out $1 million bills in the front. He says, listen, let me see who I'm looking at. Dwayne. Okay. He says, listen, Tamika. He says, Tamika, listen, I'm going to give you $1 million for every customer's want that you bring into this classroom, because we know that we'll make our money back if we give the customer what they want, if we address what they want. All right. So Tamika, that's what the instructor is telling you. So you sitting in class, and now you show up to class. Now your only job is to bring what? A bunch of wants in. All right. Everybody put BTW in the chat. Bring the wants. All right. BTW. Come on, put it in the chat, at least 10 of you, and I'll teach you this next point. Okay. BTW. Bring the wants. Don't bring nobody into this room without bringing what they want. All right. That's a problem. Okay. Because why? If the person is sitting there and what they want ain't sitting there, you ain't gonna make no money. All right. I'm teaching y'all how to make money online. All right. And I'm reading you chapter 1 of the Wealth Formula, my own book. And if you don't have it, I would put Wealth Formula in the chat, and so it can get mailed to you, and you can see why we make so much money. It's just practical things that we do, and you can do it too. All right. I would study this book. I'd be like, you know what? I'm studying all these other books. Let me study an online book that talk in plain language the way I am, and show me how I can make money online too. All right. So you're sitting there, and so it's your, okay, so that's $1 million each for every want that your customer is allowed to bring with them. Listen, would you please allow a person to bring what they want into your conversations? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I just got through talking to about 3 or 4 people who just came, who are going through my financial IQ challenge tonight. I normally don't talk to y'all at night. I know that. I just feel impressed to talk to y'all, because after I talked to them, it made me think about y'all. I'm talking to people who want to make money the way that we make money. And it just moved me. I was like, man, my brothers and sisters, they're struggling to make money. It's taking them too long to make money. I mean, when I was talking to them, it was like, I've been working all day. And I got to thinking about how I used to work all day. I got to thinking about, man, you used to do that. You used to work all day. It was dark when you got there. It was dark when you left. When I left, when I got fired from a warehouse, they had to pump my lungs from dust. It took me 3 weeks to stop coughing from the dust that was in my lungs. So you hear what I'm saying? But I was willing to do it. I wasn't going to quit, because I was like, hey, you're going to be a man. You got to, you're going to feed your family. You got to do whatever you got to do, But thank God they fired me. Why? Because it cleared up my mind, made me think, gave me enough time to think. Thinking is a big deal. All right. So allow people to bring what they want. Allow people to bring that into your conversation. Okay. Can I just share something with you? Everybody put share it in the chat. I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to tell you why I think people resist all their money. I'm going to tell you why I think. Put share it in the chat. And I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you why I think people will not allow a person to bring what they want into a conversation, because you're not getting paid until people tell you what they want, until they express it, and until you give it to them. But I'm going to tell you why I believe that people, if y'all put share it in the chat, at least 10 of y'all want me to tell you, I'll tell you. All right. I'm going to tell you, because it doesn't make sense to resist the person bringing what they want. You would think it doesn't make sense so why are people resisting that? I believe it's a major reason why people are doing that. And at least if 10 of y'all want to know, okay, who want to know? You want to know? Brother Bowles, you want to DT, you want to know? Willie, you want to know? Mona, you want to know? Leonard, you want to know? All right, Sharon, you want to know? Okay. Spring, you want to know? Okay. Anybody else want to know? Anybody else young, you want to know? Okay. Anybody else want to know? Okay. Gloria, you want to know? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why I believe that people don't want. This is what I believe. I believe people don't want to know what a person wants, so they don't make it conducive for the person to tell them what they want. Let me tell you why. I believe it's because the person doesn't want to find out what somebody wants, because then they would have to do the work to actually give it to them. All right, that's what I believe. This is what I've observed in my life in dealing with people, and how when I'm trying to tell them what I want, they're cutting me off. And when I'm trying to tell them what I want, they're not really listening. And when I'm trying to tell them what I want, they got their mind on something else. What they got their mind on what? What they got their mind on? They got their mind on what they want. And I'm like, if you would listen to me long enough, allow me to express myself and tell you what it is that I want, and then give it to me. What, I'll give you enough money so that not only can you get what you want, but you can get what your whole family want and what the people want down the street too. If you would just give me what I want first. And that's the way I look at people. When I meet people, I'm not looking at the person saying, hey, you know what? I can't wait to get what I want out of this. Because I realize that it's not going to happen like that. I realize what? The only way I'm going to get what I want is to make sure that they get what they want. So it's imperative that I listen to the person so I can find out what they want. Because the real work in business, the real work in persuading people, the real work in serving people is what? Number one, find out what they want. Number one, okay? So everybody put one in the chat, find out. Okay, that's the first thing about a want. Okay, come on, let's go. Find out. People know how you gonna do what somebody want if your goal ain't even to find out. I'm teaching y'all how to make money online, how to make millions of dollars online. All right. And the first rule is number one. So put it in the chat. Number one, find out. Write it down, put it in the chat so you can know. Okay, I'm gonna give you the recipe, okay, on how to what? On how to get what you want. All right. But the first thing you got to find out what your counterpart wants. It's not important what you want first. It's not important. It's not. You say, well, they need to know what I want. They need to hear me. No, that's not important. That's not important. That's not life. Life is reaping first, is sowing first, and then reaping. Life is not reaping first and then sowing. That's you violating principles. Okay, so you can't get this money. Why? Because you got it backwards. Okay, so let's reverse that thing and let's reverse that curse. That's a curse when you walk up to a person and you want to impose what you want on a person, but you don't want to know what they want. That's a curse. That's a money curse. Are you hearing me? Why? Because ain't nobody gonna pay you. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? So that's number one. The number one reason why I believe people don't that's the number one reason why I don't believe people want to find out what somebody wants, because they have to actually give it to them, which means they're going to have to come up with the creativity to give the person what they want. Okay. So that's the first problem, is that we don't want to find out what somebody wants. So let's go back to the story and see what happens here. All right. It says the instructor has a Fortune 500 is a Fortune 500 instructor, and he's passing out $1 million bills. He said that's 1 million for each want that your customer is allowed to bring into the room. I'm reading from my own book, The Wealth Formula, chapter number 1, and I recommend that you get it. Okay, it's The Wealth Formula. Just put Wealth Formula in the chat if you haven't purchased it, and buy it. Okay, and so this way I would study this book at least 3 or 4 times and watch what happened to your money if you do it. Why? Because one principle that worked for a broke homeless dude works same thing will work for you. Ain't no different. I ain't no different from you. All right, no different whatsoever. God ain't no respect of persons. Are you hearing me? When I found out how to give people what they wanted, people started giving me way more than I could even desire. Hey, listen to me. I got way more than what I even want. I ain't talking about needs. I got way more than I need. I got more than what I even want. That's why I have to give away stuff every day. Listen, that's what the wealth formula does. It makes you where you got so much money, you got to give money away every day just to keep up with God. Because God said, whosoever have a pity on the poor, the same lendeth unto the Lord, and the Lord will pay him back. So I go get $100 bills to give away every day. Why? Because I got too much money. You said ain't no such thing as too much money. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. You just ain't been there yet. Why? Because you haven't given enough people what they want. If you learn how to give people what they want, you'll have the same testimony. You'll be like, I woke up today and my money problem is I got too much money. I have to hurry up and get some of this money away so me and God can stay cool. Are you hearing me? Who want that kind of problem? Uh, who want that kind of problem? Put it in the chat. Say, give it to me. Come on. Come on. Say, come on, talk to me now. Say, give me that kind of problem. But when I wake up in the morning, my problem is that, man, I'm in a guilt trip over here. I'm going to get some of this money away because what? I want to keep being blessed. I don't want God to smoke me for being a little stingy mark and being a tight butt cheek Pharisee and getting all self-righteous and acting like I'm better than somebody else and forgetting where I came from and remembering that it wasn't long ago for somebody had, but you were sitting around getting treated like a dog, couldn't even keep a job. They were firing you off every place you went into, treating you like a little peon everywhere you was going, disrespecting you and stuff. Now you done forgot all that? What, because you got your hands on a couple of little wooden nickels? No, that ain't the way God wants us to act. Once we get our hands on a little something, he wants to make sure that the next person can come up just like we did. Are you hearing me? Give me that problem. Who else want that problem? Well, Bronze, I'm speaking to your life. The problem of too much money. Who else want that problem over here? Peter, I speak into your life the problem of too much money. Jeff, I speak into your life the problem of too much money. Estella, I speak into your life the problem of too much money. Calvin, I speak into your life too much access. Deanna, I speak into your life too much money. I speak the problem of into your life of too much money. Now, what you're going to have to do to make that come true, to make that prophecy come true in your life, is start giving people what they want. Are you hearing me? That's step number one. So let's see what happens in here. He says, this is my own book, all right? He says, let me start over again. He said, imagine you're sitting in a Fortune 500 classroom. The instructor has a fortune and is passing out $1 million bills. That's 1 million for each want your customer is allowed to bring with them. So it's you, your customers, and their wants. All right, so let's all picture ourselves in the classroom, okay? All right, it's you, all right, Reginald, it's you, it's your customers sitting in here and what they want. All right, y'all got that? Y'all got that? Everybody put 3 in the chat so I can make sure you got it. It's 3 people in this room if you want to get paid. You, your customers, and what they want. All 3 have to be present for you to get paid. This is how I made $1 million in one day and how it's become a routine thing to be able to make $1 million, 500,000 to $1 million in a day. It's kind of routine for us now. All right. So how do we get like that? Because we always got 3 people. It's not like the Father, the Son, and the Spirit of God. No. Whenever I'm in a room with somebody, I realize that it's got to be 3 people. It's got to be 3 things present. It's got to be what? It's got to be you. Who is that? Who is that? Spring, it's got to be you. Who is that? Gloria, it's got to be you. Willie, it's got to be you. DT, it's got to be you. Deanna, it's got to be you. It's got to be your customer, and it's got to be what they want. Are you hearing me? You, your customer, and what they want. Are you hearing me? Not you, your customer, and what you want. You, your customer, and what they want. I'm telling you, that's your get out of jail free card. Are you listening to me? That's your ticket to wealth. Are you listening to me? That's your money train. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? That's your jazzy jet, your private jet. If you spend enough days in a room, it's you, your customer, and what they want. And ain't nothing, no more spirits invited. Are you hearing me? Get rid of them spirits that would have you in a room trying to sell things and trying to make money. And it's you, your customer, and what you want. Stop that. That's a curse with a curse. You got to reverse that. All right. Come on now. Everybody put reverse it in the chat because I'm telling y'all what the problem is. Okay. I'm telling y'all why you don't have what you're supposed to have. But you can reverse that. You don't have to live like that. Are you listening to me? All right. Come on. Put it in the chat. At least 10 of y'all. I'm trying to reverse some curses in here. God got me up at what time is it? 8:20. Y'all know I'm in the bed at 8 o'clock at night. All right, let's reverse some of these curses. I just feel the Holy Ghost. It got me up and wouldn't let me go to sleep. All right, so let's reverse some of these curses. All right, all right. Hey, I reverse the curse in your life. Estella, I reverse the curse in your life. Rebno, I reverse the curse in your life. Mona, I reverse the curse in your life. Reginald, I reverse the curse in your life. Willie, I reverse the curse in your life. Who else? Let's go. Spring, I reverse the curse in your life. Malines, I reverse the curse in your life. Keymaker, I reverse the curse in your life. John, I reverse the curse in your life. You say, Brother Ricky? You said, you a man, you can't reverse no curses. Oh, yes, I can. I can reverse your curse up under the authority of Jesus Christ. I can reverse your curse. Oh, yes, I can. The brothers, our brothers walked up and down the street and they shadow had people getting saved and healed. Don't you tell me what no man can't do. Up under the authority of the word of God, I can do anything. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, and I can help reverse your curse. Are you listening to me? And if you pay attention to what I'm teaching you right now, it will. Why? Because it's the word that's going to reverse your curse. I'm just telling you the word. Are you hear what I'm talking about? I ain't nothing but a I ain't nothing but a messenger that's telling you what the message is. And the message tonight is give people what they want and reverse that curse. Stop trying to be the person to get what you want first because you're not going to get it at all. Are you listening to me? Keep putting yourself in front of people and watch what happens. You're not going to get it at all. You're not going to get it now. You're not going to get it later. You're not going to get it now or later unless you reverse that curse. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Reverse that thing. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? So now you're in a room. It's you in a room. Okay. I'm reading from my own book, The Wealth Formula. All right. And this book ain't no fluff. All right. You go and do this ain't no real long book either. You get through the 6 chapters in here, and man, if you go out and start practicing what we're talking about, you're gonna have the same type of results that Myron and I have had. We haven't had small results. We've had over $50 million worth of online sales. Excuse me, over the last 4 years. Over $50 million worth of online sales over the last 4 years. And you say, so what you over here talking to us at 8 o'clock at night for, Ricky, because I love you? That's why I'm talking to you, because I love you, because I'm going to sell my books anyway. I'm going to sell whatever I'm selling anyway. Why? Because I'm blessed in the city and blessed in the field. Blessed when I wake up in the morning, blessed when I go to bed at night. When I walk into the room is blessed. Why? Because of the stuff, because of what I believe in. Not because I'm no special Teflon dude, but when you believe the word, you are blessed and you are uncursable. Are you listening to me? And what you start practicing, it has to be blessed. It ain't got no devil or demon or nothing in the world can stop you from being blessed when you practice principles, Bible principles. That's why that's all I teach y'all. I ain't gonna never teach nothing no different because it works all the time and it cannot not work. And one principle is given, it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over in good measure. All together shall men give into your bosom. Meaning that the first thing that you do is that you make sure that you find out what somebody wants. The first thing that you give people when you meet them is not money. You give them your attention. That's the first thing that you give people when you meet them. And you gladly give it to them, privilegedly give it to them. Why do you think I'm talking to you all this late? Because I was just talking to some of my clients, okay? These people are trying to qualify to pay me $150,000 to be a part of my inner circle. So they filled out applications. And so if a person fills out that application, I call on myself to talk to them. So when I started talking to people, I was looking at how slow they making money, and it bothered me. So I was like, I know it's 8 o'clock at night, and I know it's late, but I just want to go talk to my brothers and my sisters because they need to make money online. I was teaching them how I can show them how they can make their annual salary in a few days. All right? Don't you want to make your listen? Don't you want to make your annual salary in just a few days instead of all year? All year? Look, over the weekend, I'm like, I'm tired. It's cold up here. It's too cold. It's too cold. So I just called one of my friends in Miami, one of my multi-million-dollar millionaire friends named Holton Buds. I'm gonna bring him on here to talk to you all. He's like the #1 Black network marketer in the history of network marketing. He's a very nice man. So he's just teaching me a whole lot of really impressive things today when we were talking because he's just a generous, nice person. And I said, so Holton, I'm gonna have you I want you to come and teach everybody what you was teaching me today. Would you do that? So he's gonna come on here live and give y'all some multi-million-dollar advice for free. He's gonna teach y'all some things that he was teaching me today. But I was just asking him, what was he doing? Excuse me. I was asking him, what is he doing? Because it's too cold. So if he tell me he ain't busy, I'm just gonna fly down to Miami so we can just spend the next few days in some warmer weather. Why? Just because I can. Because when you make money online, you don't have no time constraints. Why? I don't have an office. I don't have an office. I just go and just leave when I get ready to leave. Are you listening to me? And I just want to see the same thing happen to you. That's why I'm teaching you now. But I'm very concerned about giving people what they want. I'm not trying to tell a person what I want when I meet them. I'm just trying to find out what they want. It's just automatic, automatic, automatic. Everybody put automatic in the chat because I want this to become your automatic spirit. Come on, for the rest of your life, for the rest of your days after listening to this message tonight, I want you to start automatically, as soon as you meet somebody, what does that person want? All right, come on, put it in the chat, automatic. Come on, let's go. Automatic. Put automatic in the chat. Let it become automatic. Stop meeting a person trying to figure out what you want. Stop it, because you ain't gonna get it. Put it on autopilot. Okay. You know what? Let me put this. Let me find out what they want. You might not always be able to give it to them. You might not even be interested in giving it to them. Okay. But you ought to at least know. Why? Because the Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. Proverbs 4:7. He said, therefore get wisdom. But with all you're getting, get an understanding. What does that mean? Find out what people want. Get to understand where they're coming from. Are you hearing me? You may or may not want to fulfill their order. Okay. But at least if you know what their order is, then you can decide whether or not you want to fill it. Are you hearing me? And if you know what it is, you can really give them what they want. And when you really give them what they want, they're going to pay you. All right. And they're going to pay you, and they're going to pay you, and they're going to pay you. All right. But if you don't give a person what they want, they're going to play you. Now, the question becomes, do you want to get paid, or do you want to get played? Because if you don't have the money you're supposed to have right now, it's because people are playing you. Why? Because you act like you're more important than they are, and they don't appreciate that. So the way that they vote is that they withhold their money. They might be nice to you. They might act like you okay. They might not be saying what they're really thinking of you, but the real vote of the customer is whether or not they pay you. If the customer pays you, then that means that they actually feel like you know what they want. In other words, where they're coming from. Are you listening to me? So let's finish this right quick. Okay, so I'm reading to you all from my own book, The Wealth Formula. If you don't have it, I would buy it. Just put the wealth formula in a check and have it sent to you. All right. It's a roadmap to how to make $1 million in a day. It's a roadmap to how we made $50 million over the last few years. Not fluff, not made up stuff, not maybe kind of sort of stuff that might work and all that, but practical things that actually work. And I'm reading you chapter number 1 right now, just to give you a little flavor of why I wrote the book. Okay. All right. So it's you, your customers, and they wants. So we all put 3 in the chat. They can bring as many wants as they would like to. All right. Did y'all get that? I said they can bring as many wants as they would like to. So what does that mean? That means you can make a lot of money. What if the person wants 17 different things and you find out what they want? That means you can sell them 17 different things. Why? Because once a person knows that you care about what they want, they start divulging to you everything they want. Did y'all get what I said? I said, once you allow a person to feel comfortable enough to tell you what they want, then they will divulge to you way more things that they want, because they see you care about enough about what they want to inquire. That's why making money online is so dynamic. That's why it's so phenomenal. That's why it's so breathtaking. That's why it happens in such large volumes, because people are just doing what? They just buying what they want to buy. And if you the person that they see as the person who has what they want, because you asked them what they want, and then you gave them what they want, they'll tell you what else they want. Okay? Let me ask you this. Okay. Consulting, anything, any product, it doesn't matter. And whether it's consulting, anything, just get the people what they want. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay. So ladies, if there's any lady here who has at least purchased 10 pair of shoes, put 10 in the chat. Okay, let me talk to the ladies for a second. Let me just see real quick. Come on, real quick, ladies. Any ladies here that have purchased at least 10 pair of shoes, put 10 in the chat. Come on, let's go. Any ladies here that own at least 10 pair of shoes? Come on, ladies, hurry up. All right. Okay, Deanna, you got at least 10 pair. Appreciate you being honest. Okay. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. When I met Shantae, she had like I don't know, 200 pair of shoes in a closet or something. Like, that's amazing. All right, the girl look like you own your own store. All right, Charlene, you get at least 10 pair. All right, okay. All right, Bronze, at least 10 pair. Okay, so if you own at least currently own, ladies, if you own at least 20 pair of shoes, put 20 in the chat. Come on, I'm going to show you all something. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you all something. Okay. All right, come on, hurry up. Come on, ladies. Any ladies own at least 20 pair of shoes, put 20 in the chat. Okay. 20. I'm just talking to the ladies for a second. Okay. Anybody on at least 20 pair of shoes? Okay. Spring, you got 20 pair. All right. Deanna, you got 20 pair. All right. Ain't no shame. I know y'all be having the closets full of shoes. I ain't mad at you. All right. All right, Estella, you got 20 pair. Okay, you have 20 pair. Bronze, you have 20 pair. Okay. All right. So let's see if I got at least one lady here that owns at least 50 pair of shoes. All right. Let me see. All right. Let me see if that's gonna cut it all out. Do we have one lady here? Do we have more than one at least one lady here who owns at least 50 pair of shoes? One lady. Do we? Okay, Cynthia, you got 40. Okay, what's that? Who is that? Sharon. Okay, Sharon, you got 40. Okay. All right. We got a lucky winner right here, right? Deanna got 50 pair of shoes. Estella got 50 pair of shoes. Eunice got 50 pair of shoes. Who's that? Spring? 50 pair of shoes. Who's that? Mona? 50 pair of shoes. So what's that teaching us? That's teaching us that what? That Lee, let me see, Estella, Eunice, Sharon, that's teaching us what? That they really like shoes. So what's important about online marketing and selling things online and finding out what somebody wants is that when you find out what somebody wants, typically they want a lot of the same type of thing. So now you can create one product and then another product that's similar to the product. So you make so much money online because there are 9 billion people online. And if everybody just gave you $1 a day, you make $9 billion a day. If everybody just gave you $10, you make $90 billion in one day. So you don't need to find 9 billion people. Why? Because one person will buy 50 things from you if you got 50 things that they what? That they want. All right. So the beautiful thing about selling things online is that you can have the same customers who come back and buy similar things because they like the last thing that they got from you. And they might like something that's similar to it because the ladies don't like to have the same exact pair of shoes. They want a variety, but they like shoes. Well, you just got through what, 50 pair of shoes? Do they want some shoes? Put yes or no in the chat. Does a person that purchased 50 pair of shoes, do they want some shoes? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Let me see if I still got it. If I still got it. Did somebody have to force them to buy 50 pair of shoes? Did somebody put a pistol to it? Come on now, just put yes or no in the chat. That's all I want to know. I'm just teaching y'all common sense things. Nothing real fancy. All right, nothing real fancy. And that's what my book is about. This is not a fancy book. It's a practical book. It's how I actually earned over $7 million, going on $8 million now in the last couple of years, in less than 3 years. And how between me and Myron, how we made $50 million. It's the wealth formula. Just put it in the chat if you want one, the wealth formula. All right? Put it in the chat if you want one. I'd like to see you reading this book. You could be reading the ebook by the time you get off of here. All right? You could be feasting on this book by the time you go to bed tonight. And you can start being like, man, you know what? You know what? I'm working too hard. I'm working too hard. Brother Ricky ain't in no warehouse no more. All right? Brother Ricky, what? Brother Ricky made $1 million in one day. I'm trying to make $1 million, what, in 40 years doing the stuff I'm doing. All right. Let me snap out of this. There's something wrong with me. Evidently, I must not be giving people what they want. What the heck? If it's going to take me 40 years to make $1 million, this man make $1 million in a day. I better change my perspective. All right. I better start thinking about the idea that, you know what? People spending a lot of money today. People are spending a lot of money online, and I ain't selling nothing. I ain't got nothing. You know what? Let me tell you something. Every last one of you, listen to me good. Until you learn how to do this online stuff. When I walk by your online store and you don't have one, all it means is that what? Closed for business. Are you hearing me? How are you going to wake up another morning with all this money being made online, and you actually got money problems? I mean, you actually like a little behind on the bill or something like that. You actually got to send your kids to a public school. I mean, you actually, got to work a job for somebody else. I mean, that's like your reality. And you won't open up an online store. You know what that's saying? That's saying, you know what? I this is what you're saying without saying it. I love the struggle that I'm having, and I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm closed for business. All right. Let me tell you something about people who are closed for business. People who are closed for business are open for complaining. Are you hearing me? I say, what kind of store you open up? Ain't nothing going good around here. I said, ain't nothing going good around here. I got more month than I got money. All right. My money is funny and my change is strange. I said, well, what's the problem around here? I'm trying to get a raise. I'm like, you trying to get a what? That old boss don't appreciate me. I've been there for 14 years. Gonna give me, I saw this thing online where this young lady had been working for some people for 20 years. Well, I don't know. It was her anniversary for 20 years. It might have been 30 years. So they gave her, they had a party. It happened to be some white gentlemen who had this party. Not that it matters. All right. And she happened to be a black woman. Not that that matters. All right. But I'm just saying, I'm giving you the scenario. So they had a little surprise party. And they gave her, I think they gave her $20,000. And you should have seen that went viral. It went viral. You hear me? And everybody was in the chat talking about that. That's how you do it. It's about time somebody gave us something, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. And I was appalled. I really was. I was like, they made millions upon millions upon millions upon millions off this young lady's labor. Because if they gave her $20,000, baby, you better believe they made millions off her labor. But then they put it online and they had cameras and stuff so it can make them look good in front of people. And I thought it was a bunch of perpetrating personally. I was like, if you're going to do that, just do it. All right. Don't try to make us feel like we some stepping fetches, like we supposed to be happy. We done made you super rich over all this time. And you give us that little chicken dust after 20 years and then broadcast it to try to make it look. She could have, if she just go online, she could have made that money in 15 minutes. If she just went online, she could have made that money in one day. Are you hearing me? $20,000. If you got a product that don't cost what? It costs $100. Well, I'm taking up but 200 people. What's that? 100, 120,000. What? 200 people to buy what you got. That'll take nothing. And the whole world can buy something from you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So I wasn't impressed with that. I thought that if they was going to do that, they should have just did it for her. They shouldn't have been frightened and putting it all on TV. I'm like, anybody impressed with that? But what I was looking at was all of our comments, and I was like, we just really country. I'm like, we act like money is not being made online. We act like we have to keep doing that. All right, we don't have to keep doing it. I don't have to. I don't have to. Everybody put it in the chat. I don't have to. Come on. I want to help free your brain up. You don't have to make money that slow. All right, listen to me. Come on. Agree with yourself. I don't have to. I can make money online. I can get paid online. I can get paid for selling similar things to the same people over and over and over again, as long as they happy, as long as I know what they want. I don't have to do that. I don't have to take that hourly. I don't have to own all the money I'm making. You giving it to me by the hour. I don't have to live like that. I'm a child of God. I'm a descendant of Abraham. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob got all the money in all the world, and I don't have to succumb to that. Speak over your life. All right? Speak over your life. Speak over the life of your kids. Tell your kids, we're going to make money online, baby. You're not going to be online all day, baby, on this phone, and we're not making no money online. Just declare that to your children. Let me finish this because I'm supposed to be in bed. All right? So I'm reading the wealth formula. This is my new book. All right? I'm reading it. If I was you, I would get it. All right? All you got to do is put wealth formula in the chat. We'll send it to you, and God bless you. All right? And then you start learning these things that helped us make so much money online. We make so much money as we speak. All right? So it's you, your customers, and your wants in this room. I'm going to finish this story. So let me rehearse the story to you one more time, okay? You're in a room. Your instructor tells you to invite people's wants to the room. All right? Your instructor tells you, I'm going to give you $1 million for every want that you can get to come into the room. So now all you got to do is show up in a room and bring the customer and make sure that you bring what the customer wants. All he's going to do is take the roll call, and every time one of your customer wants, speak up, he's going to give you $1 million. Everybody put GD in the chat. That's a good deal. Come on now, put GD in the chat. That's a good deal. And then I'm going to finish telling you what happened in the story. Okay? I'm going to tell you what happened in the story. Put GD in the chat. That's a good deal. Your Fortune 500 multi-million-dollar boss tell you, hey, just bring me people's wants into the room. You're getting $1 million for every single want that shows up. That's all you got to do. Just get the wants into the room. Don't bring no people in here without their wants now. All right. Bring what they want to. All right. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Okay. Um, so your job is to simply send out the invites and escort the customers in with their wants. Remember, you get $1 million bill for each want that's present when the instructor makes the roll call. So you're excited. You're looking at the $1 million bills. You're like, yeah, buddy. All right. So you're looking at the $1 million bills. All right. Okay. And so excited that you pack the room out. All right. So you pack the room out, and what? The room is full of people. All right. So it's time to get paid, right? Time to get paid. You got the room. You're looking at all the $1 million bills you're about to get. Oh, but you forgot something. You forgot to bring their wants. All right. All right. He says, you figure out, oh man, I got so excited. I brought all the people with me, but I didn't bring what the people wanted. What the heck? All right. So you say, man, I just get what they want later. So let's get ready for roll call. So you're sitting there rubbing your hands together, and the instructor will notice. He's going to notice my hard work of filling up the place with customers. He'll forgive me for overlooking their wants. In fact, he may even extend the time for me to go find their wants once he sees how excited they are to be in the room. So the instructor taps his pencil on the desk, on the table to get the chatter down. You look around and notice the only one in the room who seems to be excited is who? You. Now, why is that? All right. So the instructor calls your name, and you jump up enthusiastically and you say, yes, sir. All right. I'm reading out chapter 1 from my book, The Wealth Formula. So you jump up and say, yes, sir. He calls your want name. All right. Your want jumps up and says, what? Yes, sir. Present. So far, who's in the room? All right. Who's in the room? Who's in the room so far? Okay. I said, who's in the room so far? I told you it's supposed to be 3 people in the room. Y'all tell me. It's supposed to be you, your customer, and what's the third thing that's supposed to be in the room? Y'all tell me what I just teach you. Okay. Just put the third thing down. All right. Is the third thing supposed to be what you want, your want, or their want? So put yours if it's you, theirs if it's theirs. All right. Come on. And I'm going to finish this story. All right. I'm going to finish this story. All right. All right. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me quick. I don't know who this is. Um, let's see here. Let's see. All right, come on, give it to me. Put yours. I can't see the thing because we got so many other people. Okay, what they want. All right, you got theirs. All right, you got it. Okay, so it's supposed to be their want, but you jump up and he calls your want's name. So your want jumps up and Egan says, "Hey, I'm present here." All right, and so your then instructor calls your first client's name. So your client is there, and your client gets up and he gets up to his feet and he says, "Yeah, I'm here, sir." And so the instructor looks over to the vacant seat next to him and calls his want's name. But his want ain't there. Why? Because you brought your client, but you didn't bring what they wanted. So the client is gloomy now. All right. The client is what? Cloudy now. Y'all remember the Average White Band's clip? Cloudy. Used to be so easy just to love you. Oh, baby. Now your client is what? Cloudy, like the Average White Band. Why? They sad. Why? Because you invite them to some place and you didn't invite what they wanted. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? And so what's going on now? Now them $100 bills, the $1 million bills that you should have been getting, what? They all being, you just forfeited all that money because you in the room, your client's in the room, and all the other thing in there is what you want. So it's not going to happen because you got to give the people what? Got to give the people, give the people what they want. Don't you know? Don't you know you got to give the people, give it up, give the people what they want. Bum, 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 bum. But then don't you know? Don't you know you give the people what? Give the people what? Give the people what? Give them what they want. Come on, I'm gonna anoint y'all as we leave here today. I'm gonna anoint you all that you'll reverse that curse, that you'll go online, and as you develop your products, you'll be developing your product with this one thought in mind. What do people want? I'm going to absolutely, positively give the people what they want. I'm going to put myself out of the way It's not about what I want. It's about what they want. I'll end up getting everything I want because I'm gonna focus on them. I'm not gonna focus on me. Come on, let me reverse that. Let me reverse that curse off of you. So God really bless your life. Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you so much for giving us, Lord, what we wanted. When you came to earth, we wanted to be set free. When you came to earth, we wanted that water that we can drink and never be thirsty again. When you came to earth, that we wanted that bread from heaven that we could eat so we wouldn't what? Hunger no more. Lord, you know what we wanted. Lord, we wanted to be free from our own foolishness, and you gave us what we wanted. So, Lord, because you gave us what we wanted, we was able to give you what you wanted. We gave you our life back. All right. We think we accepted your life and just kicked ours to the curb because you gave us what we wanted, and we was reciprocal. We gave it back. Lord, teach the people tonight that they will absolutely positively be reciprocated if they just give people what they want. Lord, help us to get rid of the attitude of wanting something first. Help us, Lord, to be willing to serve first and inspire people first, draw people first, and give people what they want so we can reverse this curse of poverty and walk in amazing, outstanding, phenomenal, all striking wealth, the kind of wealth that you expect us to have. You expect us to what? Give people what they want so that you can give us what we want. Lord, we know that we reap what we sow. So we pray tonight, Lord, that we'll go forth and trust in that word and that principle, conquering and to conquer. And I speak amazing wealth into the life of every listener listening here. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. God bless you all. Enjoy your beautiful evening. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I love you all. There's nothing you can do about that. And remember, that stellar is as stellar does. God bless you now. Now go get the people what they want, all right? Go get the people what they want. God bless you. Get the people what they want now, all right? God bless you. Take care.